your diaper's still dry. Elimination communication, which is definitely not a concept that I came up with, it's been practiced probably forever by other cultures around the world, is something that I discovered from a friend of mine who was practicing with her baby at the time. And when she told me that she would cue her baby and her baby would go potty in the potty, and that she was using less diapers, I thought it was magic. Hey. We started with my older son, who's almost now 4, from birth. Just every time he would go potty in his diaper or outside of a diaper, which they do a lot when they're newborns, when you're changing them or whatever, I'd make a noise to cue him to let him know that he was going. So if he peed, I say, "Oh, you just peed." And then by 2 or 3 weeks, when I would give him that same cue noise and hold him over a potty, he might go pee if he had to go then.
After coming to the meetup, I thought to myself, why don't I try to see if I can take her over and take her out of the diaper and if she'll go. And she did. And she really took to it, and it seemed like that's what she'd been asking for all along, was she needed to go. But I like that we're listening to her need, and also that it's just stayed as a part of our relationship and as a part of her experience, is that, you know, I'm doing this, I'm peeing, this is what's happening in my body. It's not just a disconnect where it goes into the diaper, she can't feel it, and it moves on.
I've done it since my son was a newborn. I discovered it when I was in graduate school. I had a friend who told me her sister didn't believe in diapers. And I said, I laughed at her and was like, well, you cannot believe in them all you want, but you have to have them.
Hi, little sweetie pie. Oh, hello. I know, little guy. What is going on? She needs some help.
No, so the idea is that babies are born not wanting to soil themselves, not wanting to soil you. And because we don't recognize that they're telling us that, yeah, we'll have milk in a minute. Because we don't recognize that they're telling us that, then they stop communicating with us about it and they just start going in their diaper. And thus they are trained to go in their diaper. So if you teach them to go in their diaper, then when you take the diaper off at 1 year, or 2 years, or 3 years, then you have this whole different effort. Whereas if from birth you're teaching them what the potty is for and how to use the potty. Hey, little dude.
The practice that we're looking at here with potty training at an early age is really something that comes from cultures that don't have a choice. It comes from cultures where there's no availability of diapers, and they allow their infants to essentially potty train on their own time. There are potential psychological stressors for the baby. If you misread the signals from the baby and you're constantly putting the baby on the potty, then you're not allowing the baby to develop the sorts of skills that baby should be developing, like the ability to sit and crawl and use his or her hands and fingers and learn language skills and all of the other things that babies need to do.